Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, Flo. Hope your week is going good. A little yoga practice today to invite in some stillness into your practice on your mat, and then maybe carry that through the rest of your week. Let your inhales be your strength, right? Be your elongation, be your straightening, your stretching, and then on each exhale, try to find some relaxation, some stillness, and release. If you can do that in your practice today and just focus on that, I'll remind you a little bit. We might be able to slow things down, give us a little mental clarity, a little break in our work week. Okay, so I invite you to come to your mat. Find a comfortable position where you're laying down. And just take a second. Pause here, starting to invite in the stillness. Let's take 2 breaths in together. Take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale it out. Another big inhale. Exhale it out. Maybe starting to shut down your eyes. Picture the room that you're in. Picture your mat that you're laying on. And picture yourself. Bringing yourself present here, leaving everything else outside. Focusing on you for the next 60 minutes. Maybe listening to the sounds in the distance. Maybe it's crickets, maybe it's cars. Maybe it's a dog barking. Just taking a few seconds here to bring yourself present and notice your surroundings. Let's take one last breath in and out. Let's start to wake up our fingers and our toes. Maybe our wrists and our ankles. Maybe our arms and our knees. Whatever you need. Might be different from mine. We'll begin with the full body stretch, so arms go all the way overhead. Zip the legs together, really tighten everything. Go one at a time, toes tight, ankles, legs, sides, your obliques, core, arms, shoulders, butt underneath you, right? Let's take a big inhale. Exhale, release it out. Feeling heavy. Good, let's walk the feet in towards the center of the mat. Let's take a nice gentle hug. Maybe a few rocks side to side. As big of a hug as you want. So however your back is feeling today, might be a gentle hug, might be a slightly bigger hug. And if your head and shoulders are up, release them down first. Arms can come to a cactus or a T, or they can come down beside you. Let's find an early waterfall today. Taking all that pressure off our spine. Keeping with that breath work, nice big inhales. And on the exhale, soften and find the stillness. Good, we're going to release the feet down to the center of the mat. Right arm's going to raise overhead. Let's roll over and find our fetal position. Using your right arm as a pillow. Feeling again on each exhale the stillness you're creating. Left hand comes in front of you for support. Let's raise our head up, support our head with our right hand. Straighten the legs out to the top of the mat and stack the hips on top of each other. Just a slight moving meditation here. Little windmill with the arm and the leg. So inhale, left leg forward, left arm back. Exhale. Inhale, maybe even deepen that twist a little bit. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Waking up our core here. Maybe pausing at the end of each breath. Two more of these. And then return back to center. Bring a bend into the knees. Use your left hand to guide you up. Once you're up, we're going to bring that left knee on the inside of the right foot. Sit up nice and tall on that right sit bone. Take an inhale. Elongate the spine. And then find a little mermaid twist. So let's walk our hands towards the back of the mat. Twist towards the right. Maybe gaze over the right shoulder. Good, hands walk to the front of the mat. Extend that left leg out. Right foot just comes in. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up. On the exhale, lean over to the left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand plants, right forearm plants. Point that left toe, take a side stretch so that left arm comes up overhead. Maybe gazes underneath the left armpit. And then gently raise yourself up. Let's sweep the legs to the right side of us. Right knee is on the inside of that left foot. On the inhale, sit up nice and tall. On the exhale, walk the hands back towards the back of the mat, taking a mermaid twist on this side. Gaze can be over your left shoulder. And then unravel yourself back to center. Elongate that right leg. Let's inhale, arms all the way up. On the exhale, lean over to the right leg. Inhale back up. Left hand plants, left forearm plants. Point that right toe, right arm up and over. Kind of roll open the right shoulder here. Gaze can come under the right shoulder. And then raise yourself back up. Let's bring that right knee on, stack it on top of the left. Use your hands to gently guide you down, finding your fetal pose on the right and the left side. Take a second here. Take a breath. Feel your stillness once again. And then legs go out to the top of the mat. Stack the hips. We're going to support the head with that left hand. Right hand can come in front of you to plant for support. Finding our windmill moving meditation here. So inhale, right leg goes forward, right arm goes back. Maybe incorporating a little twist. If you don't want to, just send the arm back to stretch the shoulder. If you'd like more of a twist, then drop that right shoulder a little bit. Take a few of these to your own breath. Two more. And then return yourself back just use yourself to roll over onto your back. If you'd like to set an intention, this would be a great time to do so. Maybe it's to invite in stillness and pause into your week even after you get off your mat today, just to give yourself those moments that you need. Maybe it's a positive mantra you'd like to tell yourself. Pay yourself a compliment, tell yourself something kind. If you have your intention, let's take an inhale to seal it in. Exhale it out into the universe. Good, let's hug the knees into the chest one more time. Gentle rock side to side. Hands come underneath the thighs. Find a few rocks the length of your mat. However many you need. And then rock yourself up. Good, let's see if we can find our boat pose today. So maybe it starts off with back nice and straight, shoulders open, heart open, and maybe you have the support underneath your thighs. Try to lean back a little bit. See if you can touch your toes on the mat only. And if this feels good, try to stay here, supported or unsupported. Maybe you want to try to lift your feet a little bit more. Or if you want to go for your full boat, feet come in front of you, and you can extend the arms too. Let's release the feet down. Extend the legs out in front of you a little bit. You can keep a generous bend in the knees here. Let's inhale the arms all the way up. On the exhale, just fold forward. Maybe resting your chest on your thighs. Feeling that lower back start to stretch out. Maybe take an inhale, create some space for yourself. Maybe a little less of a bend and lean forward. Really starting to wake up that lower back. Finding your breath in these moments of pause. Good, feet plant on the center of the mat. Hands are going to come behind you. Fingertips away from your sit bones. We're going to inhale that right leg to the front of the room. Point the toe. Exhale, flex the leg. Maybe one more. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. And then let's cross that right flexed foot over our left knee. Many options for you here. If you want to walk your left foot out a little bit more, it's not so intense of a stretch. Or if you'd like the intensity of it, you can walk that left foot in a little bit. In our seated pigeon here, kind of pushing that right knee towards the front of the room. And then maybe it feels good here to take some rocks side to side. Good, let's inhale that right foot to the front of the room again. Point the toe. Exhale, flex. And then right foot meets the left. Inhale, left leg to the front of the room. Point the toe. Exhale, flex the foot. Maybe one more. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. That left flex foot comes on top of the right knee. And then open up your hip by pushing your left knee towards the center, toward the front of the room. Same option here. Feet can walk out a little bit for less of a stretch, or you can walk them in to intensify that stretch. Pausing here in our pigeon. And then maybe taking those same rocks side to side. dipping as low as you want. No right or wrong here. And let's inhale that left foot to the front of the room. Point the toe. Exhale, flex it out. Left foot drops to meet the right. Let's come off our hands for a second. Maybe shake out those wrists. Extend the legs long to the top of the mat. Let's inhale, arms up. On the exhale, flat back, lean forward this time. Maybe with just a micro bend in the knees. And release yourself. Hands plant behind you one more time. Fingers towards your sit bones this time. Plant the feet on the mat. Tent the knees. Big inhale here. On the exhale, find your reverse tabletop. So raise those hips up to the sky. Maybe gaze stays up, or you can drop your head back a little bit. Be careful, whatever feels better. Nice and strong in those fingers and hands. Nice and strong in the shoulders. And gently lower your hips to hover. Send the hips back. See if you can plant them in between your hands. Nice. Let's cross the legs, roll over, and find our tabletop pose. Hands under the shoulders, fingers spread wide, tented, knees under the hips. Let's take a few cat-cows. On an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, push the ground away, tuck everything in, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, cat back. Giving you time here to take a few on your own at your own breaths. Maybe finding any different movements to incorporate here. Listen to your body. Do whatever feels good. Wagging my tail always feels good here. I don't know if it's stretching my obliques that I like, but absolutely invite in any movements that feel good for you. Good, let's kickstand that right leg to the right side of the mat. Send that left foot back. Open up to your modified side plank. That left arm raises, left shoulder opens. Many options here. Get strong in that right shoulder. Then maybe an option is to take a bind by wrapping that left arm around your back into your right pocket. Or maybe your option is to elevate that left leg. Maybe you like the arm towards the front of the room, hugging your ear. Or maybe you want to take half bow. So maybe you want to find that left foot with your left hand and then arc the back. Everything's going to meet down together on the mat, returning to your tabletop pose. Let's reset ourselves with 2 cat-cows. Left leg is going to kickstand this time to the left side of the mat. Get strong in the left hand. Send that right arm back. Modified plank on the right side. Rolling open that right shoulder. Same options here. Maybe take a bind by wrapping that right hand behind into your left pocket. Or maybe you like the foot elevated. Option to bring the arm to the front of the room. Or finding that right foot with your right hand and then taking that back bend. Wherever you are, gently release. Everything meets back onto the mat. Coming back to your tabletop pose. Let's tuck the toes. Send the shoulders past the wrists. Lower halfway down. Hover the chest and the chin. The hips are high. Slither forward. Maybe finding your unsupported cobra here. And then exhale it down. Inhale it back up. Exhale it down. Hands plant under the shoulders. Push yourself up into your high plank first. And then bend in the knees. Find your first downward facing dog. Option to pedal it out here if it feels a little tight. By bringing a bend into one knee and then the other. Slowly releasing each heel down. Let's find a twist here. Big bend in the left knee, gaze under the right armpit. And straighten the leg out. Big bend in the right knee, gaze under the left armpit. And straighten that leg out. Let's bring a big bend into the knees, gaze to the top of the mat or your hands. Hop, step, or walk your way up. Once you arrive, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Circle the arms, root to rise. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, this time find your swan dive, hinging at the hips, flat back. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Fingertips plant. We're going to send that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Once it's there, release the knee down, untuck the toes. Feel free to open up your stance a little bit by walking that left foot towards the top of the mat. Coming to our second moving meditation here. So you can find some stillness at the end of each breath. Options here are to take it and test your balance. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, send the hips back. Flex the left foot. Send the arms back, palms face each other. Lower the chest into your runner's lunge. Inhale back to your crescent. Exhale back. Now if that's too much for you, come from your crescent. Hands can go down. Send the hips back. So take it the normal traditional way. If you want to test your balance, inhale crescent. Exhale, send the arms back, lower down. And wherever you are, finish out your cycle. Come to your crescent lunge. And then right hand's going to plant. Left arm raises. Take an easy twist here. Twist towards the left. Remembering to relax a little bit on the exhales. Let's see if we can maybe get light on our right fingertips. Open to a twist. Maybe you want to intensify that a little bit. Left hand comes to right thigh. Right arm up and over, twist to the left. Reveal the hands to frame out the foot. Tuck the right toes, raise the right knee up. Let's hop that right foot up to meet the left. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, circle the arms all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's go right to the other side. Circle the arms on the inhale. Exhale, swan dive down. Take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Fingertips plant. That left foot's going to go back this time. Release the left knee down, untuck the left toes. Taking a second, adjust your stance. Walk that right foot out a little bit maybe. And then if it feels good, arms up for your crescent. Each side might feel different, so you might want some support here this time. Or you can take your balance moving meditation. So big inhale, crescent. Exhale, runner's lunge, arms go back. Just make sure you keep that foot flexed. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale back. Moving at a different pace than me probably. Moving to your own pace and breath. And then finish out your cycle. Return to your crescent lunge first. Left hand's gonna plant this time. Open up, twist to the right. Let's get light on those left fingertips. See if we can open to a twist. And for an extra added, right hand comes to left thigh, left arm up and over, twist to the right. Cartwheel the hands, frame out the right foot. Tuck the left toes, raise the left knee up. Hop that left foot up to meet the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Take a fold. Let's take a flow here. Hands plant. Send the right foot back, left foot back. Coming to your plank pose. Shoulders past the wrist, lower halfway down. Find your cobra of choice. And then we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Return to your breath here. Big bend in the knees. Come to the tiptoes, gaze to the top of the mat. Hop, step, or walk your way up. Once you arrive, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach your eyes. Circle the arms all the way up. Hands to heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's walk the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Circle the arms up. Take an inhale. On the exhale, arms to a T. Hinge at your hips. Put the weight into your heels. Lower halfway down. Engaging the core here too. And then release the hands to the center of the mat. Let's walk the hands to the left side. Finding this short stance pyramid pose. So hips are rotated towards the left. Left hip back, right hip forward. If you need to take an inhale to create space. Exhale, fold. Good, shifting the weight into our right foot. We're going to bring a big bend in the right knee. Lean your hips back, flex the left foot, standing runner's lunge. And then return to your pyramid for a second. Walk the hands back to the center of the mat. Let's gently, let's drift our fingers back and forth. And then gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to lift is the crown of the head. Good, maybe shake out the legs if you feel like you need that. And then once you're ready, feet are going to plant on the outer edges of the mat. Inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. On the exhale, arms to a T. Hinge at the hips. Weight in the heels. Using the core here. And then release everything down. Walk the hands to the right side of the mat. Finding your pyramid pose on this side. Maybe take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good, take a look at your big toe first. Then we're going to bring a big bend in that left knee. Walk your hands back to your standing runner's lunge. Flex that right foot. Walk yourself back to your pyramid for a second. Hands walk back to the center of the mat. You can heel toe your feet together. Hands plant. Let's take a flow. Right foot goes back, left foot goes back. Find your plank first. Then shoulders past the wrists. Lower down. And any cobra meeting in our downward facing dog. Let's inhale, left leg all the way to the sky. On the exhale, tiger curl it in, roll forward. Left foot's going to plant between your hands. Spin that right foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Get strong on your inhale. Raise up, cartwheel, open the arms. Find your warrior two. Adjusting your stance if you need to. Trying to pinch your shoulder blades together. Taking your moments of pause here. Relaxing on the exhales. Good, straighten that front leg. Inhale, lean a little forward. Hips go back. And then when you're ready, come to your triangle pose. Drop that left hand. Right arm raises up. Roll open the right shoulder. Option for your binds here too. You can wrap that right hand and back behind you in your left pocket. Or you can try to grab your left ear with your left hand to test your core strength. And then you can raise yourself up using your core. Big inhale. This time flip it, peaceful triangle. We're going to go the other way. Right arm down the right leg. Left arm up and over. Gaze is under the left armpit. Inhale back up to your warrior two. Just for a transition. And then cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Let's walk the hands to the right side of the mat. Wide leg stance, toes out, heels in. Bring a slight bend into your knees. Gently raise yourself up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink into your goddess. Taking time here to adjust your feet if necessary. Nice and strong in those legs. Let's inhale, straighten everything up. On the exhale, sink maybe a little bit deeper. Okay, let's see if we can raise that right heel. Nice. Release it down. Left heel. Release it down. Sink a tiny bit deeper. And then inhale, straighten everything up. Toes to the front of to the right side of your mat. Feet parallel to each other. Exhale, wide-legged fold. Walk the hands to the top of the mat. To the inside of that left foot. You can move that right foot back a little bit. Hands plant. Let's take a few rocks here in our lizard, front and back. Option two, release that right knee down, untuck the toes. Trying here to still stay present. Returning to your breaths. Maybe roll open that left leg. Drop the right hip a little. Finding any subtle movements that feel good for you. Two more breaths. Once you're ready, right toes tuck, right knee raises. Plant the hands. Let's send that left foot all the way back and up. Three-legged dog. Maybe bring a bend into that left knee. Maybe find some circles with that knee. And switch directions. And then left leg is going to meet the right. Let's drop our knees wider than our hips. Send the hips back. Find your child's pose. Just for a second, raise yourself up. Let's walk our hands to the right side of the mat. Once you're there, find your right forearm. Stretch that left arm out as much as you can to the right. Elongating the left side of your body here. Maybe resting your head on your right arm. And then walk it back in. Walk your hands all the way over to the left side of the mat. Once you're there, find your left forearm. And then stretch that right arm all the way out to the left as far as you can. Maybe dropping your head to your right arm. And walk yourself back. Knees come into tabletop, hands plant, fingers tented. Flip it to your down dog. Let's inhale, right leg all the way to the sky. On exhale, tiger curl it in. Right foot plants first in between the hands. Spin that left foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Use your strength on the inhale. Ground down. Raise yourself up. Cartwheel, open the arms. On the exhale, settle into that warrior two. Right? Inhale, power. Exhale, relax. Pinching the shoulder blades together. And then straighten that front leg. Inhale, lean a little forward, hips back. Take a pause, and then allow that right hand to drop where it feels good. Open up to the left. Left arm raises. Same thing here. Hand can be on your leg. It can be on a block. It can be unsupported, testing your core. So many options. You choose what's right for you. Inhale, use your core strength, raise yourself up. On the exhale, flip the hand, find your peaceful triangle. Left arm down the left leg, right arm up and over. Inhale, back up. Just to your warrior two for a transition. Good. Fingertips plant on the inside of that right foot. Walk your hands to the left side of the mat. Toes out, heels in. Generous bend in the knees. Inhale yourself up. Arms up. Exhale, sink into your goddess. Taking your time to adjust your stance here. Tuck the tail, tuck the belly button. Nice and strong in those legs. Nice and strong in the feet. If it's too much to keep your hands up, if it's too much on your shoulders, maybe allow them to fall to your thighs. Let's inhale everything up. On the exhale, see if we can sink a little deeper. Maybe that right heel raises and lowers. Maybe the left heel raises and lowers. Maybe we sink a little deeper. And then inhale everything straight. Pivot the feet so they're parallel to each other towards the left side of your mat. On the exhale, lean forward. And then take a wide-legged fold. Good, let's walk the hands to the top of the mat. Plant the hands on the inside of that right foot, so maybe heel toe your right foot to the outer edge. You can kick that left foot back a little bit. Finding a few rocks here in your lizard. Maybe that left knee releases, left toe releases. Each side being different, so no judgment on yourself. Trying to invite in that relaxation and stillness, right? Big breath, exhale it out, find some peace. Find some pause. Maybe roll open the right hip, drop the left a little. Whatever feels good for you. Two more breaths here. And then we're going to tuck those left toes. Raise the left knee up first. Plant the hands. Send that right foot all the way back and up. Chest towards your thigh. Maybe bring a bend into the knee. Maybe find those circles with your knee in one direction and then the next. And then right hand is going to plant to meet. Right foot is going to plant to meet the left. Slight bend in the knee. Let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Once you're there, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Finding those same drags of the fingers across the mat to the right and to the left. And then gently rolling up. One vertebrae at a time. Last thing to lift is the crown of the head. Maybe shake it out, roll the shoulders. Shake out the hips, shake out the knees. Let's find our balance here. So let's put our hands on our hips, stand nice and tall. Or you're welcome to find your mountain pose first if you feel stronger in that pose. We're going to inhale the right arm all the way up to the sky. This is also a great time to bring a block to 2 o'clock on the floor if you're looking at it. So it'll be there already if you need it. And then inhale, right arm all the way up to the sky. Get nice and tall, really elongate that spine. Exhale it out. Inhale, right foot plants in the center of the mat. Coming to our half moon here. So we're gently going to raise that left leg up. Right arm drops. This is a great place for your block right here at 2 o'clock on your clock. Or you can plant your hand at 2 o'clock. Once you're there, if you'd like to open up to your half moon, we're going to rotate those hips to the left. Left arm raises up to the sky. Breath here. And the left hand plants down. Let's cross that left behind the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Little extra stretch in your IT band by walking the hands to the right and to the left. And then use your fingers for support. Uncross the legs. Gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to lift is the crown of the head. Good, let's go right to the other side. So wherever you started, mountain pose, hands on your hips. Take a breath. Get nice and strong. And then inhale, left arm up. Good, elongate the spine. Exhale it out. Inhale, left foot to the top, to the center of the mat. This is where you would put your block at 10 o'clock. Down on your mat. Good, let's go to our half moon here. So we're going to very gently, like a pendulum or body swings, right? Right arm raises up, left arm comes down. to your block or to 10 o'clock on your mat. Once you're there, let's see if you can open up to the right. If you're shaking, that's cool. If you're dancing around, that's cool. One more breath. And when the right hand releases, cross the right behind the left. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Same thing here. Walk your hands to the left. And then walk your hands to the right. Fingertips plant, uncross the legs. Let's come to a toe stand for a second. Maybe hover the fingertips. Maybe bring the hands to your knees. Once they're there, see if you can drop the knees a little bit towards the mat, engaging the core, or maybe hands to heart space. And then hands plant down, find your sit bones. Good, let's return to our boat pose. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, hands can come underneath your thighs for support. Maybe roll back a little bit, toes to the mat. Maybe elevate the feet off the mat a little bit. Or maybe take your full boat, feet towards the front of the room, and unsupported. Let's gently lower to our low boat. Back up to our high. And then drop it down one last time, low boat. You got this. And release everything down. Let's walk the feet to the outer edges of your mat. Arms can fall wherever they feel comfortable for you. Let's take an inhale here. On the exhale, drop the knees to the left. One last moving meditation today. So we inhale, right knee up as far as it can go. And on the exhale, that left knee follows. Drop it to the left, to the right. Inhale, left knee up as far as it can go. Exhale, right follows. Finish out your moving meditation. And then heel toe the feet together. Let's give ourselves one more hug in with our knees. Maybe a big hug by bringing your knees and your nose in between your knees. And then releasing the head and shoulders down, finding our second waterfall for the day. Maybe this time taking some circles in the sky. Taking the pressure off your spine, but also giving your lower back a little massage. Option also to bring your hands under your sit bones for support. And then gently let the knees fall in. Arms come to a cactus or a T. We're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, let the knees fall left. Maybe straightening out the legs this time. Gaze can come over the right shoulder, or you can shut your eyes down here. If your legs are extended out, first bring a bend into them. Inhale, using your core, knees up. Take your time, take a couple rocks here. Last inhale. And on the exhale, drop the knees to the right. Once they're there, make sure that left shoulder is planted on the mat. Same options here. You can extend those legs out if it feels good. If it's too much of a twist, then just keep them bent. If your legs are extended, bend them in first, using your core, raise yourself up. Taking the next few minutes to take any poses that feel good for your body. Might be modified happy baby by opening the knees towards the armpits, and then maybe finding the bottoms of the feet. Might be fish pose. Might be a reclined butterfly. So whatever your body needs, take those. And then taking your time to meet me in our final pose, our resting pose, our Shavasana. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Big breath in. Exhale it out. And now really understand and truly invite in the stillness. I invite you to stay in Shavasana as long as you can. But for the video, we're going to wiggle out our fingers and toes, wake our bodies up. Maybe pedal out our feet. Maybe drop our head side to side. And then feet are going to walk to the center of the mat. Right arm is going to raise where we started, rolling over into our fetal pose. Taking a breath here. Finding that pause. Using your left hand to guide you up without disturbing any of the peace that you created for yourself on your mat today. Walk yourself to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall in our sit bones. Both sit bones are grounded into the earth. Back is nice and straight. Let's inhale the shoulders all the way to the ears. Exhale, release them down. Maybe gaze up. Let's inhale, hands to heart space. On the exhale, round at the spine, drop the chin towards the chest. Thank you for practicing stillness and pausing with me today. Thank you for sharing your light with me and sharing your mat with me today. I hope you can take the stillness that you created in your practice today into your life and into your week as a little reward for all the hard work that you always do. Thank you for sharing your light with me. Please take it and share it with the world today, tomorrow, and the next day. Namaste. Great practice, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Weather's supposed to be really nice, so enjoy that. I will see you on Friday, hopefully. But till then, remember, stillness and pause. Namaste.